l'acqua è proprio sotto il ponte. Yeah.
On February 13th, 2026, relentless rain hit southern Italy, and within hours, entire communities were underwater. In the Calabria region, especially around the city of Cosenza, rivers began rising fast. What started as heavy rainfall quickly turned into a full-scale flooding emergency. The Bucento River was the first to break its banks early that morning. Water spilled into nearby neighborhoods, rushing through streets, flooding homes, and swallowing parked cars. Major roads were covered, making it nearly impossible to move through the area. Not long after, the Campagnano River also overflowed between Cosenza and the nearby town of Rende. Thick mud and water poured across highways and side streets, cutting off access to entire neighborhoods. Then came the Yassa River. As it surged beyond its limits, dozens of city streets were shut down. Traffic came to a standstill, emergency lines lit up, and fear began spreading just as fast as the water. More than 500 residents were forced to evacuate their homes. Some villages were completely cut off, isolated by landslides and collapsed roads. Rescue crews struggled to reach certain areas because entire sections of infrastructure had simply given way. Farmland across the region was heavily damaged. Fields that once supported local families were submerged. The economic impact could be long-lasting. One of the most dramatic moments unfolded when a family of 10 became trapped inside their home, surrounded by rising floodwaters. Ground rescue teams couldn't reach them safely, so authorities called in air support. A rescue helicopter was dispatched, hovering over the flooded neighborhood as responders carefully evacuated the entire family to safety. Thankfully, everyone made it out unharmed. Throughout the day, emergency teams continued working non-stop, going door to door, responding to distress calls, and helping residents escape rapidly rising water levels. As conditions worsened, regional officials declared a state of emergency across Calabria. What happened in southern Italy is a powerful reminder of how quickly extreme weather can turn dangerous. In just a matter of hours, heavy rain transformed into a regional crisis, and for many families there, recovery is only just beginning. As the storm intensified, emergency services across Cosenza were overwhelmed. Local fire departments responded to more than 50 emergency calls in just a short period of time. Crews rushed from one flooded neighborhood to another, helping residents trapped by rising water and clearing debris from blocked roads. But the damage wasn't limited to homes and city streets. The agricultural sector took a massive hit. According to regional farming officials, heavy rainfall caused widespread destruction to crops, ruined roads, and critical farm infrastructure. In the area near the Credi River, floodwaters spilled across large stretches of farmland, completely submerging fields. Some plots were wiped out entirely. With so much water saturating the soil, erosion quickly followed. Experts warn that this could lead to serious crop losses, not just this season, but potentially in future growing cycles as well. And the destruction went beyond flooding. In one part of the province, a section of roadway suddenly collapsed, bringing traffic to a complete stop. In another town, the force of the erosion caused the ground beneath the road to give way, rupturing a major water pipeline and even damaging a natural gas line. Landslides were also reported in multiple areas across the region. Hillsides weakened by days of rain began to slide, blocking roads and making rescue access even more difficult. In some places, entire communities were cut off. 2 small villages lost all direct contact with the outside world after access roads became impassable. In another town, a landslide forced officials to evacuate a home as a precaution. And in the mountain village of Padas, road access was completely severed, isolating residents from emergency services and supply routes. What began as heavy rain quickly spiraled into a regional disaster, affecting homes, farms, transportation, and critical infrastructure all at once. And for many communities, the full impact is still unfolding. Local leaders say they've never seen anything like this. The mayor of Cosenza admitted that in a single day, the city faced more critical emergencies than it had in years. He urged residents to leave their homes only if it was absolutely necessary. In nearby towns across the province, the situation was just as serious. In one municipality, officials confirmed that roughly 500 people had been evacuated as a precaution. Families were moved to safer locations, while emergency crews worked to stabilize damaged areas. As assessments continue throughout Calabria, regional authorities formally requested that the national government declare a state of emergency. Support efforts are still underway. Municipal teams in and around Cosenza are assisting displaced residents, setting up temporary accommodations, and increasing security in vulnerable neighborhoods. At the same time, the Civil Protection Department issued an orange-level weather alert for the entire Tyrrhenian coastline, a warning that conditions remain dangerous. Officials strongly advised against unnecessary travel. Residents were told to stay away from rivers, waterfront areas, and steep hillsides where landslides could still occur. An emergency coordination meeting was held at the governor's office, bringing together civil protection teams, firefighters, local police, and volunteer organizations. They are working side by side in the hardest-hit areas to manage road closures, clear debris, and monitor rising water levels. Although the rain has temporarily eased, forecasters warn that more rainfall is expected in the coming hours. Because of that threat, several roads will remain closed through Monday morning, February 16, 2026, as a safety precaution. For now, the region remains on alert, watching the skies, reinforcing vulnerable areas, and hoping the worst of the storm has finally passed. Authorities say heightened alert levels remain in effect across urban centers and nearby hillside communities. Even though the rain has slowed for now, officials aren't taking any chances. What happened in Cosenza is a powerful example of how quickly extreme rainfall can overwhelm river systems, rural infrastructure, and city transportation networks. In just a matter of hours, rising water pushed roads past their limits, triggered landslides, and disrupted entire communities. It also raises a bigger question. As storms grow more intense and weather patterns become less predictable, regions like Calabria may need stronger long-term strategies, including improved flood control systems, better early warning technology, and more resilient infrastructure designed to handle sudden, high-impact rainfall. For now, the focus remains on safety and recovery. Our thoughts are with the families and communities affected by these floods and landslides, and we recognize the tireless work of emergency responders who continue operating in difficult and dangerous conditions. Officials are once again urging anyone living in at-risk areas to stay alert, follow official guidance, and avoid unnecessary travel, especially near rivers and unstable slopes. Because when it comes to extreme weather, preparation and caution can make all the difference. If you liked the analysis in this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please share this video with your friends, family members, and relatives. And finally, if you found this report helpful, please hit the like button. This helps us beat the algorithm and ensures this truth reaches more people who need to hear it. Thank you for watching.